My name is Hayley, and I want to share a story about what God is doing in my life. This past year, God has given me a story of revival. I grew up in a Christian home with two parents who really, really love each other, but I've never had faith like this. I went to Christian college and I served for my entire life, but I never really had a life with Christ. So earlier this year, I got a text from Mickey, and Mickey is this girl from church who really loves Jesus, and every time she talks about him, she's so excited, and I wanted to be just like her. And so she invited me to go to an accountability group, and she said that they had been praying over my name, and so I said yes, that I would go, and so I was going. When I showed up to the house, I was really nervous and really anxious because I did not know who was going to be in there and I did not know where I was, but I went in. And when I went in, I saw people and life that I had never ever experienced. I saw Ashlyn, who serves in VR Kids, and she is a leader in there, and so I was worried because I'd never talked to her before. But she was so genuine. And then I saw Mickey, who was just so excited that I showed up. And I saw Jess, who was just the most amazing mom of 3 kids under the age of 4 that I had ever seen in my entire life. I saw ladies who were striving to be like Jesus. I saw that they were asking him and listening about their diets, about their schedules, about what he wanted them to do with their families. I saw ladies who were just living life that was fixed on Jesus. And it was amazing. Towards the end of that first group, I said, I don't know why, but I feel like I'm being asked to share this. And so I shared that I had been experiencing some health problems, and I went to the doctor, and they told me that I had to go on medication that I really didn't want to go on, and the medication was making things a lot worse. And so they all came around and they laid their hands on me, and we prayed together. And they prayed that I would be healed in Jesus' name. And so that next morning, I woke up and I spent time in the Word with God. And I continued to do that every single day, just spending time with God and praying to Him. And later that same week, God asked me to go off the medication. And so I went off the medication, and 3 days later, I was healed completely. And it was amazing. And I have that reminder now that God healed me. And God's been doing things like that in my life this whole year, where He's asking me to do something and then I just do it. And it's really cool. One of the times was in July when the Lord gave me this dream. And this is the second time that I had a dream from Him about this girl who I knew from 10 years ago, but no one had heard from her for the past 3 years, and she had left her family. And the Lord asked me to call her, and I really didn't want to, but I asked the group, and they said, well, be obedient and call her. So I did, and that night we got to talk about Jesus, and we got to talk about what He's doing, and I got to know that she was okay, and that was really cool. And so the past couple months, I've just been listening from the Lord, and He's been telling me what to do, and then I do it, and I've been learning how to listen to Him and hear from Him, and I've never been able to do that before. The group has been really amazing since I have been able to be held accountable for daily listening to God and hearing from Him and knowing how to be obedient and following. Another amazing thing that God has been doing is He's been working in the life of my husband, Ian. He's now been able to be in an accountability group with the husbands of the ladies that I'm in the accountability group with, and they have been teaching him how to hear from God and how to listen to His voice and how to be obedient to Him, and that's really, really cool. Another really cool thing is that I've been able to help facilitate another accountability group and to help these ladies who are seeking after Jesus, and I really hope that I can share with them what I've been learning over the past couple months about being in community and being accountable and spending daily time with God so that we can listen to Him and be obedient.